Welcome back to Tenfa Customs, and on this episode we're going to be introducing my daily driver currently. I mean, eventually it'll be Ruby, but for right now this is my daily, and it needs some attention. I have a feeling that it has a shot passenger side front wheel bearing, so we're going to delve into that and see a couple ways I can tell. One, it started making some noise when you make a left-hand turn. It crunches really bad. I do apologize, there's some mowing going on in the background. We'll have to fight through it. Not a big deal. And this tire is worn, and I'm gonna have to actually get new tires because the inside of this tire is just worn down to nothing. So that has to be replaced, but that tells me that the wheel bearing is failing and it's starting to kick out, and it's caused my tire to sag in. This is a hub bearing. We'll let the mower go by. This is a hub bearing design, so it's got 3 bolts in the back that hold the hub bearing to the spindle. This happens to be right here. I'm hoping I got the right one. This seems to cover all this year of Ranger. So it's just, this is ABS as well, so this has got the ABS cord on it. There's a couple different designs. I hope, again, I got the right one. Even if I don't, it doesn't matter. This will be better than nothing. So yeah, 3 big bolts go in the back. I hope we can access them. And so let's delve into this and see how difficult this is going to be. It's pretty rusty chassis, but hopefully it won't be too bad getting those 3 bolts out. The worst case scenario, we've got to cut them off or drill them out. They screw into the hub, so, and I'm replacing the hub, we'll just get new bolts. So let's start on this. The final way you can tell that there is a bad wheel bearing is to do something like this, and this should not be moving that much. There's a chance it could be a ball joint, but this is not a ball joint. This is definitely, because it moves in every axis, really, really, really bad. So yeah, this wheel bearing is shot. If you look at the tire, it's hard to, well, it's not hard to see. Got some tread out here. You've got tread, no tread, tread, a little bit of tread, a little bit of no tread again. You can actually hear this when it's on the highway. It's kind of hopping, and we're getting through that outer layer, which is no good. So looks like I'm gonna have to get tires for the front of this, and we'll just do a pair because I don't know how long we're gonna keep it, but yep, that tire's no good. These Rangers are a torsion spring configuration, so there's no spring in here. This rod is wound with tension on it, and that's what gives you your spring. It's an interesting design. It's worked well for a lot of their stuff. I guess they're a pain to repair. I've never had to replace one, but I guess they're a pain. I don't know. Our next steps for this: get the caliper unbolted, get the caliper bracket unbolted, take the rotor off, and then I was looking back here, they gave us some space. I'm hoping, there's a bolt, up, there's a bolt, and one on the other side. With a universal joint and an extension, we might be able to impact those off of there. And let's see, this is my cable. And it looks like we got the right one. 2-pin round, let's see. Yep, we have the right one for the ABS, so that's awesome, that's just great. Let's get the caliper bracket off. 14mm bolts. Oh, not too bad. Just clean. Get a pry bar, we'll get that out of there. Brake pads aren't too bad. They're wearing unevenly though because of how they're, oh man, that's so bad. Okay, inside, outside. I mean, it's not going to be difficult to tell with this groove on this one, but it's fine. It's fine. Oh, she's not fine. Okay, caliper bracket, we have 2 bolts for that, which are the next size up, probably 15s. These slides are slidey. This slide is not slidey. It should be slidey. We'll address that before we put it back in so we can get it slidey again. These are 16 or 17, so I brought them both. Not 16 it is. Okay, again, not as bad as I thought. I think these shocks are shot. Suspension bushings are shot. That tube over here, I have no idea where it goes to. Shot. So we won't look at any of that. This truck's got 268,000 miles on it. Not bad for that. Before we continue with this, I'm going to spray a little bit of WD-40 in here. Just let it soak for a while. See if I can get this pin out and make it move easier when the time comes to reinstall it. Rotor should come off now. A little bit of coaxing. Rotor's off. Okay, so we got the 3 bolts behind here and this big nut on the front. Gotta go make sure I have a socket for that. I should. Let me go double check. It's probably like a 32, 36, somewhere on there. And if I know I have that, then we'll attack these ones in the back. Actually gonna hit them with a little bit of spray while I'm looking for other stuff. Not that it's gonna do too much, but anything is better than nothing. I know WD-40 is really not a penetrator as much as like a blaster is, but I ran over my blaster bottle and I haven't replaced it since I ran it over. So, just a moment of silence for my blaster bottle. Okay, let me see if I've got a socket for that. I've got a socket, it's slightly oversized. Let's hope it will do it. There we go. 6-point socket. Again, it's slightly bigger than it needs to be or supposed to be. Got it. So now, the next thing is, can we get 17, 14, it's gonna be a 15 behind here on a universal and unscrew them. Well, you know what? Let me see if I can just get a 15 on a regular wrench, see if they start to unscrew. It may not be that difficult. Everything else is kind of coming apart better than I expected. Now let's see if we can break a bolt loose. It moved, so that's a good sign. That's all it's going to do. They all just kind of click. Okay, let's see if I can fit this universal back there and zip them off. Not there, I'm not got too much angle, I think. Got too much angle. This side. Nope. Okay. Just too much angle on the universal, so it's not getting a good spin. We're gonna get a pipe. Nice thing about most floor jacks is they come with a built-in breaker bar. Stuff it right in there. Oh, there we go. Oh boy, hopefully I'll come out like that. This is a little tighter with the drive shaft boot being there. Oof. I think it came loose for a second, maybe. Yeah, it moved. It moved.
He budged! Hooray! Christopher Robin! Christopher Ribbon! He bidged! He badged! He booged!
Not yet. Not yet. We're gonna get like a quarter turn. Not even, we're gonna get like a couple clicks because of the front bumper. But a couple clicks is better than no clicks. That's another one. Come on. There we go. There we go. That one's so far the hardest one just because of the axle boot, or the CV boot is right there. Okay, that went way too well. Now I'm concerned that this is not going to be the wrong hub bearing or something. Now it's rusted to the knuckle. I think we're turning it. I don't think it's lined up anymore. The axle itself isn't connected to the thing, it moves. So it literally is just rusted in where it seats on the hub. And oh yeah, we're moving it, that's good. A crack forming right here, which is perfect. Once this has got a slight flange, and I do believe this thing has a slight flange. Oh, I can show you. It's got that much of a flange on it that is inside the actual knuckle. So we just got to pound that out so that's out, and the new one will slide in. Let me undo the ABS line. Okay, these screws should be a 6, 7, or an 8. Hopefully it's the 8. Which it is. Oh man, this came apart way easier than I was expecting. I was very concerned that this was all going to just be a rusted hulk of metal. Well, there it is. Plug is out. Get the last one of these out. Okay. That's all that. All the rust out of there. Now, let's unclip this thing. Does this all fit through? It does now. Okay. And let's see what this feels like. Oh man. Yeah, this is just, you can hear it. There's no grease left in that. Okay. This new one is like stiff, hard to turn, which means it's just full of grease, and smooth. zip tie it off. Remove that. We'll get this cable all entangled. Like I said, I'm not going to use these anymore because I don't. Still got the ones on the actual frame. But we'll leave the rest of them on so that they remember where they go. That's kind of cleaned out, so this all fits back behind here. Okay, looking good. Tap her around just a little bit. There we go. A little bit more. Okay, that one started. That one started. And that one is started. Oh. And that one is started. Reassembly is just going to be the opposite of disassembly. We'll just work all these a little bit at a time because again, it's got to pull itself back in on that flange. So we'll just work each one of these things a little bit at a time till it pulls it all the way back in. The torque spec on these is push just until you get lightheaded and pass out. Then they're tight. And now I can get that off. Okay. Okay. Reroute this line, the ABS line. It's right through there. Then it comes in and it plugs back in there. That. And then I'll pop these clips and that clip and just reroute them to the ones that are already up here on the frame. It's fine. We'll put our nut back on right here. We'll impact that on. This already feels a million times better, obviously. Let me get this a couple odds and ends dialed in, and then we'll look at that caliper bracket really quick before we reinstall it. Wiring is completely hooked back in. The wheel nut is back on, impacted on. The rotor is on. So basically we're back down to just doing a basic brake job. And then so this is where we're, well, hold on. This is what we need to address. This one here moves nice and free. This one here moves, but not in and out. So what I'm assuming, there's a rubber piece that goes on inside here. But I think that rubber piece is, or the rust around the rubber piece is swelled. So it's just kind of stuck in the rubber piece. So I'm going to take a crescent wrench or an adjustable wrench, see if I can get it to spin free throw some grease on it, and throw it back in. Give me a second on that. So that took all of 2 seconds and exactly what I thought. Got this to come out, and you can see this little rubber piece on here. Right there, it was just stuck. So I'm going to clean out this, a little bit of brake cleaner, put some grease on here, and reinstall it. And like that, we're fixed. We slide in and out. Slide in and out. That one probably could use some grease, but we're fine. I put a moly grease in there because I'm not sure. I don't think the moly grease will attack the rubber and swell it like some of the other greases will. I think a moly grease is good for this. So that's what I put in there. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but that's what I've done, and I've never usually had a problem with it. So let's reinstall it. It rotates like it should. And there's no more movement. Well, that's steering movement, but up and down movement, there is none. Whew. So that went better than expected. I'm gonna clean up the tools, get the truck down off the jack stand, and we'll take it around the block and see if it feels better. Well, I can already tell you that it feels better. And there's a lot less noise than there was before. But the real telltale will be when we make a left-hand turn, because that's when it was just super bad. Oh. Silent. Perfect. I still got a noise, but that's that bad tire. That's making that boop, 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 boop noise. But even that's gotten quieter because it's pushed the tire up where it belongs, so it's not riding as hard on that bad spot of the tire. But yeah, this is 100% better as far as that wheel bearing noise went. I'll probably now have to check the one on the left, the driver's side, just to make sure that one's not going. And for the, I think I spent $50 shipped from Rock Auto for that one. Another $50 to do this side, just for peace of mind. Though this tire is wearing more evenly, so I don't think this one's going bad yet. Yeah, it's fixed. So that was went way smoother than it should have repair, because they never do go that smooth. It's perfect. And with that, we will end this episode with a win. And I love ending with a win, because wins like that are so few and far between. Start to finish win. So thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope everybody has a great week.